Thank you so much to everyone that has joined in on this beautiful Saturday, a super exciting team community call that we are bringing you because it is Fluid's 1 year birthday. So you might recognize some of the faces that we have here. We're all going to give you a big wave to everyone that is watching. Thank you guys so much for joining on the live stream, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. So we have a really exciting roundup for today. We're going to run through. I'm going to hand it over to Robert in just a second. We also have some giveaways that we'll be announcing on this call, and we also have some community updates and a community report for you guys. So there'll be a lot of fun things throughout this short call. You might also notice that keeping it fluid, we have a land turtle, not to be confused with a sea turtle, somewhere in the screen. I don't know if you can spot it, but Tina has brought one of her amazing creatures with us as well. So we're always keeping it a little bit exciting. We weren't expecting this either, but this is more a celebration for all of our amazing community that have stood with us this year. It's been an exciting journey and we've had some great achievements along the way. This is all to thank you guys for sticking with us and for giving us all the feedback and kind of showing us the warmth as we develop this amazing product for you all. So first of all, I'm going to hand it over to our CEO, Mr. Robert Shara, who's going to give a little bit of a run through a year in review, and you're still smiling 1 year in of being a crazy startup founder. How's everything been?
Thank you, Jessica. And thanks to everybody for joining us. I'm really excited to be here to be celebrating our 1 year anniversary. So happy birthday to everybody. You know, it's been a crazy year, you know, especially for somebody like me as like originally a TradFi banker who has seen the light and believes that the future is digital, the future is in the crypto space. And, you know, our mission for all of us here is really big picture to build a better banking model for a better world. And I think that's what motivates people here. And I see it, you know, always as more than just simply Fluid, the company. I see it really as a community movement. And so I'm really excited that like the thing for me that has changed the most in the past year is we've had tremendous growth of our community and of our users. It was a year ago here in Switzerland that I founded the company. I founded it with 335 ETH of my own money. And it's the first time ever in Switzerland and probably the world that a company has been founded in ETH. So I'm super excited about it. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that we've done in the past year. We've got like Jessica, it was always my, you know, I always aim for the best. And I wanted like the best person I could find in crypto to be our chief marketing officer. And so that is Jessica. She comes with an amazing background because she's worked for like a Swiss bank here in Geneva. She's worked for an exchange. She's built so many businesses up from scratch. And then most of the rest of the people that you will see who are part of the core team have joined from the community. So they started first as investors, and that includes our two twins, Tina and Ava, who started off investing, got involved in the community, and now run community relations and now run marketing operations. So super excited about it. Damien, also known as Hexaholic, has also joined from the community. We have Igor here, who is the world's best CTO, joining us from Tbilisi, Georgia. So we're going to give you, you know, this is a little party. So we're going to give you a bit of an overview of how things work. I'm really excited that these things are always done so perfectly by Max, who keeps all of these things working behind the scenes. So we'll give you a bit of an overview. I want to share my screen, you know, and show you the thing that, you know, I'm kind of the most excited about, you know, and this is like, we've been a long time building, but here is year to date user growth at our company. And, you know, it starts off with like a few brave believers in what we're trying to create. And then we had a number of testers. Most of the people just came from our community. You can see when we started to turn on marketing, which was kind of in the towards the end of August. And since then, it's really been exponential growth. It's really been incredible. So more than 60,000 users. We've actually slowed down our marketing a little bit because, you know, this is a startup. We're having trouble keeping up with so much demand. So we really appreciate a lot of people being patient with us. one of the things that I do is I keep my DMs open. And, you know, for me, I'm genuinely in this for the revolution. I really want to change the world and make the world a better place. And I'm always touched by people who send me messages saying, you know, dealing with Fluid, you know, whether it's sending money around the world, free and instant, whether it's like being able to mint and redeem from a real bank account, you know, whether it's able to earn interest on my savings a lot higher than I could get in any other bank rate, or all of the other products that we've got coming. It like, you know, it really keeps me motivated that what we're doing is sticking and being true to our mission to make the world a better place. So I'm going to pass off now to a few other people in the team who are going to talk about some of the, you know, some of the things we've got going and we've got coming up. I think we're going to move on now to talk about our roadmap.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Robert. And I think one of the amazing stats as well that I found when I kind of scour through our data and analytics is we have users right now in over 70 different countries. I know when we've done some live streams or some Twitter spaces, we have people messaging us from El Salvador and from different geographical locations in the world saying, you know, they love Fluid and they're so excited to be brand reps and really represent there. So if you are watching and you are from a country where you really want to see more Fluid representation, do comment in the YouTube video because we do want to hear from you guys, but it's just something really remarkable to see how much of a global impact we have already just in year one. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk through our interactive roadmap that you guys might have seen. And I'm going to call on Tina to be my co-pilot in just talking through what some of the references that we have in our roadmap are. So I'm going to start sharing my screen for you guys now. And this was something that we were really excited to get back and doing with the community because we felt that for Q4, we had so many things in the pipeline that we did want to turn back to you guys as a community-driven product, that we really wanted to give you guys this chance to vote and have your say on what kind of things you would like to be prioritized as a user. And you guys know that as a Fluid investor and a token holder, you also have ownership of this company as well. So your say is just as valuable as ours. So we're going to talk through some of the higher ranking that we have on here, and then Tina can break down a little bit as well. And Igor, feel free to have some input as well as our tech guru on the call today. So plan that we have some of the highest ranking votes. First of all, we have ETH mainnet fiat ramp. So for those of you that don't know, Tina can give a little bit of a run through and I'll read out some of the top rankings.
Yes, so first of all, thanks to everyone who participated in voting. It's so great that we get your opinions and ideas of what we should work on next. I think it's great that quite a few of the things that are ranked quite high are also things I think that we prioritize a lot and that for us have been, you know, quite important points in discussion of what we want to push forward. So it's always a really good feedback also for us to see, you know, if we align with what the community wants, because we're not building these products for, you know, myself or Jessica or Ava or Robert, even though we obviously will use it, but we will building it for you, for the users. So ETH mainnet fiat ramp. Of course, this is something we have had on our radar for a while. We started out on Arbitrum and we're very happy with Arbitrum. It keeps the fees low, it's quick, and gives us a lot of space to develop there. But obviously, I mean, the main traffic in crypto is happening on ETH mainnet. And we want to be a big player. We want to be one of the biggest players. We want to be the best on and off ramp for our users. And therefore, going to ETH mainnet is quite an important thing for us. Now, obviously, this is not something we can do from one day to the next. There's quite a lot of, let's say, technical things in the background that need to happen. We need to have our smart contracts on ETH mainnet. We need to have some liquidity pools on ETH mainnet for to make this happen. And we have, you know, a really great architecture in the background of our product. And quite a few, let's say, of the things that we offer will also have to be changed for ETH mainnet. So this is a task that we're working on. It is on our roadmap for this quarter. Maybe Igor, you can tell us what the timeline or ETA for this is.
There's no timeline yet. It's on the plan, but it will happen in Q4, which is the only ETA I can tell you now. But we are absolutely doing it.
Awesome. Well, I think now that we know that this is such a high priority for our users, we will also try to speed up this process as much as we can.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
And
And Igor, it's so unusual to see you not in front of your laptop in your office. Are you in Tbilisi right now? Maybe you can give our our community a little bit of a tour of the surroundings if you're outside.
well, yeah, I'm actually outside for a really rare occasion. That's the office. I'm in the park. Actually, this is called the Vake Park in Tbilisi, Georgia. Amazing place and amazing to be here. And not to sit in the office at least today. But I just wanted to tell one more thing that not only you can vote for the existing features, you can create your own. So if you think that something is really needed, potentially community will vote for your own tickets that you create. It's open to everyone. You just need to sign up, and yeah, potentially it can be planned. And exactly as Tina said, the roadmap was used to collect your votes, and now we see that mainnet is super crucial for our community. So we will absolutely prioritize it over some other things.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Igor. And then a close second, actually, that we had, which I think we were all also expecting, and we're really excited to be able to disclose and announce soon, is tiers and benefits for Fluid holders and also users of the application as well. So I know we are pretty well underway with processing the different equations and the different tiers for you all that we'll be releasing soon. Tina, maybe you can give us a little bit of an update, or Robert, on where we are with tiers and benefits and what people can expect roughly.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have already been working on the structure for the tiers and benefits in the background quite a lot. So just as an overall overview, the tiers and benefits are meant to give a lot of benefits to our Fluid holders. So people who hold Fluid not only obviously are very smart and have made a great investment. This is obviously no financial advice. But also they're obviously shareholders of our company, and therefore they are part owners of Fluid. And so we want to, give credit to these people, especially obviously to these people who have been with us for such a long time. I mean, 1 full year, a lot of our community has been there for this very long time. And so we want to make it attractive to hold Fluid. We obviously also want to give it an incentive for people to, buy Fluid and hold Fluid to get these benefits. But the main reason I think for doing it, Robert, I think you agree with me, is to really celebrate our community and our Fluid holders and to show them how important they are to us. So I think they're quite competitive, the tiers and benefits that we have, and will give a lot of really, really cool features and accesses to our holders.
Yeah, it's one of the most important things that's coming out in Q4. We want to reward everybody. In the earliest days, as I started this company, I airdropped just over 3,100 tokens to people who had believed in me. I'm really delighted that that's reached almost 3,800 token holders today. And one of the most important things we want is to encourage a reason to use Fluid and to give utility to the token. So that is what's coming, and it's it's really exciting. There's a lot of benefits you get, including reduction on fees, exposure to different products. So Tina and the team are going to release that in Q4.
Absolutely. So what we will do now for the rest of this interactive roadmap is we will drop it in the description of the YouTube video, and then we'll be updating you guys next week with a little bit more focus on what some of the key highlighted points are and a little breakdown of what you can expect and when. But just to say a huge thank you for everyone that participated. It definitely really helped us. As you can see, we were overwhelmed with things that we all want to be able to do for you guys, and things that either we're prioritizing for Q4 or for Q1 of next year. So having this outline and having your input really helped us in being able to differentiate which are the most urgent and which we can also run forward with as well. It's definitely something that we'll be maintaining as well for next year. So a big shout out and a thank you to everyone for that. Okay, awesome. So now I'm going to pass it over to Ava and the community, because I think this is such an integral part of the Fluid finance ecosystem, and it's something where each time we have a community call, and Ava and the community team really shout out to all the different community channels. For me, it's just incredible. It's such a huge optimism boost working with the company, and I've never seen a community as strong and interactive as this one. So I'm going to hand it over to Ava because we have some really nice updates as well.
Yes, thanks, Jess. And happy birthday to all of us also from my side. I actually even brought a birthday cake today because we have all the reason to celebrate. It's a birthday not just for the company, but it's mainly also a birthday for our community. We've done 1 year of interacting, of networking, of having events together. And we want to make sure we celebrate it, accordingly as a community. So we've decided to do something like a birthday month. For the next month on our Discord is going to be full of, games, initiatives, competitions. We're going to do some surprise airdrops for people, small airdrops for people who are active on our Discord. So the idea is just to make sure that, we give back to our community also for our birthday, especially those of you who have stayed with us for, this whole first year, and will hopefully stay with us also for the next 50 years to come with Fluid Finance. So the main things we're going to kick it off with is that today we're going to have a birthday quiz on Discord. So it's going to be dedicated, especially questions to the first year of Fluid. So those of you who have been with us for a long time will already have an advantage in the answers because you'll know all of them. And we'll have some special prizes as well that aren't like the normal prizes. And this will start today at 6 p.m. CET on our Discord. We'll post another announcement after this call as well. So let's make sure to keep the celebration going and join the birthday quiz with us later today. We will also be starting a Gleam competition today, just a small, event for our community. Damien's going to introduce it in a little bit. And then we're going to also have some other events like an invite competition. We're going to do a meme contest. We're going to do a secret sentence contest for the community throughout the month. And as I've already said, we're also going to do some, small airdrops just for the people who are active, just to let you all know that, we're all here, we're paying attention, and we're growing this company together. So I'm really looking forward to continuing the celebration on our Discord in the next month with all of you.
Sign me up for the meme contest.
I was about to say, I'm so curious about this quiz and some of the questions that will be in it. You'll have to send it to us as well. I'm sure there'll be a question on how many pets Tina has, which we'll all try and answer as well.
That's difficult because that can change very, very quickly, actually. Actually, I'm going to the pet store today to buy an animal for my niece that is supposed to live with me. So
don't they have laws in Austria about how many animals you can have in like one private residence or a zoo or whatever? I mean,
I might get a license soon. So
yeah, I'm really happy about the meme stuff. That's really cool. Like Igor and I both got our characters on like Discord and Telegram made by the community, and so we've adopted those kind of like funny characters as our avatar. So if anybody can make memes of Igor, feel free to do it, or the rest of the team.
Maybe we do an Igor specific challenge within the meme contest.
That's funny. And it's the first time I've ever seen Igor outside away from his computer. So that's really cool.
Next, Igor, on our Fluid second birthday, will also let you go outside as well. The annual.
It should be once a year. Igor gets to leave behind his desk to go outside.
So see, this is a celebration for all of us, especially for Igor as well. Amazing. And also just to follow on from what Ava said regarding the month of giveaways, we will be announcing all of those across the channels. We are starting today with a POAP giveaway as well, if that's correct. And that will be something that we'll be announcing on Telegram and also on Twitter in the next few hours as well. We do have some refinements to make, but do make sure to keep an eye out because we do only have 100 of the giveaway drops to give away, but that'll be something that we'll be updating. And Damien and Ava, feel free to correct me on Telegram and also on Twitter later on this afternoon, if that's correct.
Yeah, I would say basically all our channels. So yeah.
Awesome. So we've got you guys.
Let me just quickly say one sentence about it for those of you who might not know what a POAP is. It's basically a special NFT badge for our birthday that Nastya has kindly designed for us. It looks really awesome. And the plan that we have for this is that every birthday that we have going ahead, we're going to drop one of these special NFT badges. So those of you that manage to collect, you know, more than one or even all of them going ahead, we can expect to get, you know, some nice incentives, maybe another NFT reward. We'll come up with some incentives for those of you that manage to collect all of the badges. So make sure you get one because it's a limited edition of 100.
Really nice collectible idea. First batch as well. I think everyone on the team is also going, oh, this would be really interesting, but it is for community members only. So we are unfortunately not allowed to apply, but guys, make sure to take the most of this opportunity. I love when we give away these incentives during the live calls, and this will be coming at some point today as well. Okay, awesome. So one other update that we do have is our community report that was kindly produced for us by Jack Farron. So we're going to share our screen now and just give you a little bit of a run through of this as well. And this is something that for our amazing colleagues that are also on the call, feel free to join in with this one as well. We do have this available on our socials. So if you do want to download this, but also send this to any members of your friends and family that you are trying to pitch Fluid to, this is definitely a starter pack that contains everything that you will need to know. And the first one is giving a little bit of context on why we're doing what we're doing. As Robert mentioned, his background in banking, a few of the other team members as well. And this is something why we're extremely passionate about the Fluid Finance mission of a better banking model for a better world. And then it comes into a little bit more about Fluid Finance and what we offer and some of the main benefits there: smooth user experience, customer service, protection of funds as well, and global transfers. As we mentioned, users in over 70 countries already, and people are definitely making the most of that. We have a little shout out to Robert here as well, with a quote: Fluid is the only finance company in the world designed for the user, the bank alternative for the 99%, which really goes back to the interactive roadmap, the Fluid token model. So this is all really exciting that we've been able to compress everything in this document for you guys to take a closer look through as well. We also have a shout out of some of the core team members as well, Mr. Amazon Prime, that you guys know and is a fan favorite within the Fluid community. So he's got a special shout out and a quote here, and his reference is to the power that DUSD really holds for our users, with referencing that anyone in the world can hold USD, which is something that I know when myself traveling, I know Tina has made some amazing trips to kind of Africa to meet some of the community there. That's been such a huge integral selling point for Fluid Finance for the wider world of banking. So this has been extremely informative for us and also for people when we're at conferences, and we really hope you guys find it valuable as well. Now, I won't give too much of this away. This is just a little bit of a run through, but it will be available. We'll also ask Max very kindly to drop this in the description of the YouTube video as well as on the socials for you guys to have a look at. It gives a run through of some of our partners as well, and is Igor, the king of memes, he might give this meme here a nod of approval, shouting out to Napoleon Dynamite, which is an excellent movie. So I hope you guys take a little look, let us know what you think, and we will be updating these quarterly as well. So it does mean that each time we have a new round of partners and new updates, which seems like it is getting pretty constant as we're picking up for next year in 2023, there will definitely be a need to update this quarterly. So you can make sure to check back on these. It gives a run through of our digital cash as well, and some of the kind of flows that you can expect to see that in. So like I said, check it out and let us know your thoughts. It's a really comprehensive report actually. And then as I mentioned, we'll be updating that. Okay, awesome. So next what we're going to do is we are going to hand over maybe to Igor, see if we have a little bit of a tech update for our community on kind of 1 year in review, how it's been for the Fluid tech team, and maybe what we can expect for next year. I know it's a pretty big question, so maybe it can be a little bit more kind of philosophical, a broader outline rather than some specific details. Otherwise, I think we'll be here for another few hours and it will probably be dark by the time you finish.
Yeah. So really, this year has been everything to us. Like we've built from scratch in 1 year what some companies can build in years and never reach the same amount of stuff that we did. But the most important thing that we built is the team. So we built I would say, one of the best teams in the world, but definitely the best in the space, with the team members working 24/7, anytime, all involved in what we do. And this team attracts good people as well. So the good has the magnetic capabilities to also attract some good. And it's the biggest thing that we achieved. I wouldn't even talk about the features that we built in a year. That's quite on an insane list, starting from the bank accounts, cards, card top-ups, investment savings, etc. And there's even more to come. As Robert usually portrays this, the infrastructure that we built is amazing, but I can proudly say that by now it is also quite elaborate and easy to support as well. It still has a long road ahead, but we've built really an amazing base for us to build upon it. So whatever our users will point in our roadmap, I can assure you we can build upon what we already have. And that's, again, the biggest thing that we did. We also had quite a bit of struggles all this year. We had a lot of stuff happening with all the world fell apart with all the issues that we had before. But again, we managed, we survived, we did better than we could, and we will do even better in future. So really proud of what we did and looking forward to what we will do next.
So on behalf of the community, I'd really like to thank Igor and our tech team, which is now one of the largest and for sure the most talented in the crypto space. We have more than 30 full-time, developers, designers, tech people. It's just incredible. You can see a little bit about our history because we're really delighted that Real Vision Media, almost a year ago, asked if they could do a documentary on us and follow a year in the life of a disruptive startup. And it was a lot, it had a lot more ups and downs than I ever imagined. When I first hired Igor, who was this genius coder living in St. Petersburg, Russia, I never could have imagined what the world would look like a year later. And, together with our Ukrainian and Belarusian colleagues and some others as well, I'm really delighted that they've created an incredible family together now in Tbilisi, Georgia, which is really our second home after Switzerland. So Igor and the team have dealt with the hardest things that life can throw at them, from whatever outside attacks to all the challenges of building technology to geopolitics. So thanks to Igor and the team for building something incredible. At the heart of what we do, of course, is the vision to build a better world, but at the real heart of it, it's a tech company, and Igor leads that in the most incredible way.
Thank you, Robert. You're making me blush, but it's also thanks to our great and glorious leader, CEO Robert, that we were able to actually achieve this. So the second biggest thanks goes to our community, which allows us to actually do this. And we see the amazing growth in the past months. So thank you all as well.
Amazing job. And it's just such a pleasure whenever we go to conferences and we give demonstrations of the product. Everyone, first of all, says, how is it possible that you guys have been able to build this? And then they normally ask where our tech team is built. And I normally try and keep it quite elusive because I'm scared they're going to fly over to Tbilisi and kidnap and onboard you all themselves. But it's honestly such a pleasure, and especially watching the next range of products that are going to be rolling out really soon. I know from a marketing side of things, we are so excited by the next range of products. It's such a pleasure to be able to promote them, and it's really exciting to be able to share them all with the community as well. So I think from our side as well, big round of applause for the tech team for the amazing stuff they've been able to build. Okay, and now we have another thank you as well, and this is to our ambassadors. So I'm going to hand it over to Damien because he's going to give a little bit of a run through of the Go Fluid program, something that launched this year that really gave the ambassadors around the world that love the Fluid Finance platform the ability to do a little bit more for the company and also get rewarded while doing so. So Damien, what do we have as an update today?
Thanks, Jessica. So, yeah, let me start maybe with what Ava mentioned previously about the Gleam campaign. So we've prepared a Gleam campaign for our wonderful community. There is only a few easy tasks, so do not worry. And you can find a link, like an application to GoFluid program in the description of the Gleam campaign. There's also a QR code for the mobile part of our community. So you can scan this, and if you are interested in expanding your network and net worth, please consider applying. And yes, about the GoFluid program, we've kind of refreshed it. So there will be new activities, more engagement, more opportunities, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys and working closer with our community.
Amazing, super exciting. So it sounds like the community is getting bigger and better by the week, which is completely awesome. So do let us know if you kind of are looking to take part or looking for any more questions. As community members that are looking to make that step into becoming an ambassador, we welcome everyone with open arms there. Okay, exciting. So just to give you guys a little bit of a recap, Ava has run through some of the really exciting giveaways that we'll be having in the next 1 month for the Fluid Birthday Month. And also some of the interactive quizzes that you guys can take part with as well, and Discord initiatives. We also have a POAP NFT airdrop that will be being released today. It's a little bit of a tongue twister, so I'm still getting my head around it, but we only have 100. This is for Fluid's 1-year birthday, as designed by our design team, and then every year we'll be releasing these as well. So do make sure to keep an eye for some announcements later on today, and make sure you're in that first 100 batch to secure them. Now I'm going to turn to Max now, because we have a little bit of an interactive Q&A today, if that's the case.
Yep, so I've just dropped the invite link in the Telegram group, so all please feel free to join, and you can ask questions not just through me but directly to Robert and the team himself. So I guess we just have to wait for people to start joining.
Sounds good. Do you want to be extra brave and also drop it as a description comment in the YouTube video?
Yeah, I can do.
Oh, okay, exciting. So we'll see who joins along. But maybe this is also a time for our team members, while we wait, to ask any questions to any other team members. We can keep it as a little open floor. Ava, I'll start. What flavor is your birthday cake?
Easy, double chocolate.
There we go.
I've got one for Tina. What pet are you going to get next?
Yeah, so since I'm buying one with my niece today, I will try to make it a fish, because that just needs to go in one tank. So probably going to be a new fish for me today.
I think we can have lots of questions for the twins, because they're so fascinating. Like Ava, like growing up with Tina, was she always like this? Did she always have like hundreds, all it seems, of like animals living in your house, or what?
Yes, she even once caught a mouse and turned it into a pet.
That's amazing. That's really incredible.
What can I say? They're highly trainable. I like trainability.
That's funny.
Okay, so we have Miki joining us now as the first joiner for our community Q&A. Thank you for joining. What question do you have for the team? Hey, are you able to hear us okay? If you are struggling to hear us or the microphone's not working, you can also comment in the chat and we will communicate those questions as well. Maybe we can go over to Kevin, if Kevin's able to ask a question. Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Yeah, I'm doing great. I'm from Kenya, and
Awesome. What question do you have for us, Kevin, or for the team? Maybe we can go over to Kevin.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm from Kenya, and I'm doing great. And let me say I appreciate the work that Fluid team has done so far, and we're happy for that. So basically, my mind is just to comment and ask maybe how soon can we expect our physical card? So that is my question. Thank you.
That is a very good question. Thank you so much for joining, Kevin. So maybe I can start from the kind of marketing delivery side of things. So we have started to deliver our Fluid cards to some of the team members, and they are testing them out at the moment. So we have been able to look at the design. We're really happy with how they look, and we're really happy with how they're operating. And we will start to be distributing them really soon as well. So this is something to keep an eye on Telegram and Discord, but we'll also notify all of our users via email, depending on where they rank in kind of global jurisdictions, on how they can process their cards. We will let you know as soon as possible, because I was expecting this question to come up today. A lot of people, including myself, based here in Dubai, we are anticipating, and with much excitement for everyone that we know, to get their cards delivered.
We're excited about the physical cards. And, you know, another thing that just came up this past week is that our bank partners are enabling us to offer Apple Pay and Google Pay. And that is something that we hope will come up next month, but for sure this quarter. So that's also something that's coming very soon. But, you know, one of the amazing things about Fluid, I think, is that we have cards that are available to anybody globally. Usually you have to be within a certain jurisdiction. You know, to get like a bank account with us, you have to be in the jurisdictions where we've signed banking deals. So that's Europe, it's the UK, it's the United States. But for cards, you know, through our Fluid accounts, you can be anywhere globally, as long as you're a member of the Fluid family. And so I know Tina and the team are going to roll out like tiers and benefits that we've been talking about. So there's a special package that's coming out. So basically you buy that package, you become like a lifelong member of the Fluid family, you get a token, and you get a you get a card no matter where you are in the world. So you can spend your digital cash on those cards. And so, you know, at the moment, because Igor and the tech team are so incredible, they've integrated 32 different currencies in the app. Now we're only we're only showing 4 of those currencies at the moment, which is the dollar, the euro, the Swiss franc, and the British pound. But, you know, 28 other currencies are available, including the Kenyan shilling. And so we actually discussed the Kenyan shilling in this last week, because it's one of Tina's favorite places on earth, Kenya, and we have an amazing community there. So we're talking about how we can go live with some of these currencies, including the Kenyan shilling.
Also, hello there, Aaron, who is actually our community leader in Kenya. So shout out, Aaron. Good to have you here.
Thank you so much, Tina. I'm so excited to be part of this. Thank you.
Amazing. So Aaron, Value First, is a few names I recognize here, a few names that I have not yet met. So guys, lovely to meet you all. If any of you do have a question, please just feel free to jump straight in. Aaron, maybe you have a little question for any of the Fluid fam today, any of the Fluid team.
Thank you so much, Jessica. It's a delight to get an opportunity to be finally here. So first and foremost is to commend the good job Simon and everybody is doing, and for also giving us an opportunity as a community to interact and network. So my question was about the currencies, which has been answered to my satisfaction. So I cannot wait to have the Kenyan currency shillings and as part of Fluid. So I look forward to it so much. So that was my question, and I'm delighted it has been answered.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're excited to offer more currencies. That's, you know, that's for sure. As we think about the year to come, one of the things I'd really like to do is to make sure, my objective is that by the next birthday party that we have, that all of those 32 currencies will be available in our app. The tech team's already done it. The marketing team will probably roll that out over the course of the next year. And I know that's going to go with like, you know, very specific marketing in the different countries. So that includes Kenya, it includes Uganda, it includes Israel, it includes Malaysia, it includes Denmark. There's a lot of like really, really cool, interesting places where we can do right now. And in addition to that, we want to listen to our community. So we have this huge Nigerian community, which I'm really, really excited about. Because for many of you who, you know, who've known me for a while, my vision was for this to be based in Switzerland and truly global. And I always wanted it to be used in particular to compete against the current remittance companies and the remittance market. And so, you know, that's why with Fluid, our digital cash is free to send around the world. So rather than paying 5%, 10% of the amount that you're sending, you can actually send it for free. So we're really hoping also to find some way to integrate the Naira into our offer. At the moment, we're going to do it through the P2P market, but it's an objective for the next year to really listen to our community. Where you want us to be, that's where we're going to focus. It's one of the reasons why we really try to listen to people, for example, through our interactive roadmap. And you know, the team, you know, has their DMs open as well. So I've had a number of people who've said, it'd be really amazing if you were in Turkey, because that's a place where a lot of people would love to hold, like, you know, basically rather than banking with the local banks, it'd be really cool if they could have like a cool Swiss bank, basically alternative on their phone. So yeah, that's our plans for the next year, to launch those 32 currencies. The marketing team will like say exactly where it's going to be, and then we will add more if people want them in their country.
Amazing, giving the power back to the community. Okay, do we have any more questions from any of the guys that have joined us during the live stream? Let's see what we have. I think people just wanted to come on to meet Mr. Robert Sharratt.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course. Hey.
Great. So honestly, I've been impressed with the team. I did write a piece to say that, I mean, okay, so in crypto, people always make excuses with do your own research when they don't really want to answer your question. And it's been different with Fluid, so it's been really, really good. I've been looking at the African community. I hope you see what I see there. I mean, it's going to take some time and take some hard work, but the opportunity is amazing in that young population. Amazing young population. And so if you're looking 3, 5, 6 years down the road, many of these guys are going to be coming into full blossom. And I'm just saying basically that I hope you are here for the long run, because that's where you really, really will get this full benefit of the young populations. And many of them are pretty young now, but in another 5 years, they will be coming to real fruition and the opportunities will open. And African economy is also changing. Even though Nigeria has been against the crypto market, I mean, I've attended 1 or 2 online conferences, one in the central bank, and I'm seeing the gradual movement away from the hardline position to a more crypto-friendly environment. And the next election, which will be happening in February 2023, of all the 3 presidential candidates that I see there, they are all more pro-crypto friendly than what you have now. So can only wish you the best, that you keep doing the good things you are doing. And I really like this project. So all the best.
Well, Value, first, we really appreciate you being part of it. It's people like you and the other members of the community who really roll up their sleeves and get involved that is going to make Fluid like an unstoppable force. You know, we have like a hard competitor in front of us, the banking industry, and like the advantage we have is our community. And, you know, that makes a huge difference. You know, there are not a lot of like communities supporting their banks on a Saturday afternoon talking about a potential better future. You know, I don't think there's a Discord channel for like, you know, Barclays Bank or Chase Manhattan who are like, has anybody participating in that, talking about building a better world. So I can assure you as the founder that we are here for the long term. That's for sure. And, you know, you know, a lot of crypto does have some strange and scammy elements to it. That is not us. We're using this digital infrastructure to build a better world. And I honestly believe that the greatest impact will not come in places like Switzerland, which is actually has like a fairly efficient banking sector. I mean, of course, it could be better with Fluid, but I think it really will come in places like the continent of Africa. And if you can essentially use digital technology like Fluid is doing to unlock the amazing potential of the African people, I think that will lead to a significantly better quality of life for people in Nigeria and all throughout the continent. So, you know, that's why we're doing it. You know, you can compare us to whatever you want from your local bank, but with us, transfers, for example, are free, instant, and global. With us, we put the power, the control in the hands of the users. So, you know, with us, we're paying a rate of interest that's a lot higher than anywhere else. You know, with us, you know, as Amazon Prime Wolverine said, you can hold, anybody in the world can hold US dollars, you know, on a bank alternative on their phone. So, you know, really, you know, we're really humbled that so many people from Africa would have like stepped forward and helped build Fluid, because I think that what we're building on top of blockchain technology will really revolutionize the economies of Africa.
Let me add before I just close. So there's something you should also add to your narratives, and that is democratizing the opportunity to earn a living. So a lot of young people in Africa have skills and they can actually do remote stuff, but they cannot earn the money. There's no way to get the money. And I see that opportunity. Fluid provides that platform for them. So, you know, that ability to democratize their income for the young population is a huge thing with the young people. And so you should claim it.
I think, you know, I think you're absolutely right. And for anybody who's known me for a little while or read my book, you know that even though I look like a boring guy with gray hair and former banker, I'm actually fairly radical. Bringing the democratic, you know, benefits of digital technology to the world is the main reason why I founded Fluid Finance. And very specifically on your comment of unlocking the potential for like workers anywhere, you know, who don't have to be in like the United States or like England or whatever, you know, that is a key thing we're working on. And, you know, I don't want to drop too many like surprises here, but, you know, it is one of the things that our genius CTO is working on, which is this streaming revenue potential where anybody anywhere in the world can essentially stream salary payments to people like you're talking about, you know, young Africans who are like, you know, doing marketing or doing coding. So that is something else that Igor will talk more about it in the next year, but that is something that I think it's going to be, a renaissance for places like Africa to like strip out the inefficiencies of the current banking system and have direct access to like people who want their services.
Amazing answer there. Okay, do we have any more questions for the Fluid team. We have a great number of people that have joined to listen in. So guys, thank you so much, even just for joining. It's great to see you here. If you do have a question, feel free to raise your hand and then we can go through those as well. And we can see.
Let me give another shout out, because who else we have here on this call I see is my sister from Tanzania, Lulu Shante, our community leader in Tanzania. Hello, Lulu. You want to say hi to everyone? If you can hear us.
Hello, Tina.
Hi, Lulu.
Yes. Hi, everyone.
Hey, Lulu.
Yes, yes. I'm very excited that we have Fluid in Tanzania now. It's just that it takes a little time for some people to adjust, like some nations, because of the whole crypto space and the whole scamming and everything. But I'm sure we'll get there somewhere. But I'm also hoping that we get to work on the technical issues that I've had raised. The whole balancing of the pools, because it's kind of expensive to cash out right now. But I'm really excited for Fluid, and I know we are going to do great things here.
Well, we're really glad you're here, Lulu. And for sure, we know the pool, thanks for bearing with us. Balancing the pool is like a huge priority for us. We have a lot of challenges with our traditional banking partners. And you know what, like crypto hasn't done itself any favors. Like, unfortunately, it's become a dirty word where it should be a word that like inspires people for this, beautiful new technology that can help people lead a better life. So unfortunately, a lot of banks are like increasingly cracking down on anything crypto, which, personally, I find really irritating. But we're going to balance the pools. We're not only going to balance the pool on Arbitrum, as you saw, as Igor talked about, we're moving to ETH mainnet. We're going to do it not just in dollars. We're going to do it across a bunch of different currencies. We have other amazing products coming. It is inevitable. It's just one of the harder things with a startup. I hear you. That is coming, and I hope it'll be a real benefit to the people of Tanzania.
Yes, surely. I'm excited about that. Thank you so much.
Lulu had the honor of flying with me in a really, really creepy airplane through Kenya. So I think I know that nothing, that's going to come up is going to shock her anymore.
Yes, thank you.
But to jump in, I would just say we only had one creepy flight, but we also had one comfortable one when we are coming back to Nairobi. So Tina, you should remember that.
Well, for me, both of them were quite creepy, but thanks to you and Lulu, this was all doable. Since Jessica unfortunately couldn't make it.
Aaron, Lulu, I have to personally thank you for looking after Tina and taking her under your wing. I had COVID and couldn't fly, and you guys just did an awesome job. I was so nervous to tell her when she was already in Kenya that I would not be able to join her on this trip, but she had just a remarkable time. And I know we are already looking in the pipeline for our next trip to help meet you all and help really build Fluid within the ecosystem. Okay, awesome. Do we have any more questions? The floor is open to you guys now. We do have some of the core team on the call. So if anyone does any questions, please feel free to raise your hand. And I think Robert has inspired with his cap today and his Fluid cap. We are starting to think of potential merch that we can announce and start to work on designing throughout the next quarter as well. So this is also something that maybe we can ask you guys, the community, what kind of things you'd like to see. And this is where Telegram, Discord, and Twitter is really great for you to send us some little messages of maybe some things that you'd like to see in the next few months. Okay, we do have a question from Mr. Solution. Love the name and love the picture. What is the question that you have for us today?
Hello, guys. Good afternoon. From my end, I don't know what time it is over there, but it's 4 minutes to 2 over here. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you good. Nice to meet you.
Awesome. I actually been following the project for close to a week now. I really am thrilled. I'm thrilled with what I saw. So I have a question. I'm calling from Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria, Africa. So I don't know, you guys must have seen the fight we've been having with our federal government, our government, so to say. They've been clamping down on some of the activities that have to do with cross-line payments and all that. Is there anything that is specifically packaged for us over here? Do you guys have anything in store to, just for us to find a way to bypass this clamping from the government and all that? Nigeria is actually we are passionate about the crypto, so to say. We are, when it comes to Africa, Nigeria leads, other African countries follow. So when it comes to the number of persons who really are tech savvy and who are highly passionate about crypto, Nigeria is topping the list. So is there anything that you guys have in store for us?
So it's a great question. And, one of our first hires from Africa was Kioma, who's from Abuja. And so she's educated us a lot on Nigeria. I know it a little bit myself from, for some work I did when I was younger. And we're very keen on Nigeria. It's a very well-educated, innovative, computer savvy population. So Nigeria is going to be really, really core for us. We have quite a few team members who are in Nigeria now, and we're building out those team members and ambassadors. We actually have been working on a very specific product for Nigeria over the last 2 weeks or so, I guess, Igor. I mean, do you have anything to talk about? Where I know I've seen some screens that are in production. We have something very intriguing for Nigeria coming.
Yeah, as Robert said, this was actually a secret project from us, which we are working for the 2 weeks. And this has been actually our #1 priority. So the answer is yes, we do have something in store. I think it's a little bit early to announce it now, but we do have a specific project for Nigeria and Naira specifically. I hope that it will be actually the product which Nigeria will be mostly interested in the current Fluid world, which will be specifically tailored to the user needs.
Awesome. That's great to hear. I'm happy to hear that. Thank you.
That's actually, I have 2 minutes before I need to drop off, but that's the beauty of what I've talked about before. Our team was so flexible that when we've seen that huge spike of people coming from some jurisdictions, we just wanted to help them out and do better things for them. So we always try to be very agile there.
So behind the scenes, you perhaps don't see it, but the core tech team around Igor basically created an elite team to look at what we could do to help the people in Nigeria. And so, obviously we are listening to our community people like Kioma has made it very clear, what we should be doing. We've heard a lot of feedback from people in our group chats. So this is the first time I think Igor has left the office in 2 weeks. He has a young wife and young child. So I'm glad that he got out of the office. But the team we put together from from the Africa side, from the design side, back end, and then front end has been working around the clock for the last 2 weeks. We created a very specific fire team to deal with this for the Nigerian Naira users. And that is going to be revealed, I think, really, really soon, right? Do you know, Tina, when does that come out this week?
Yeah, I think it's possible. I think most things are ready. There are just some minor things that we're still working on, but I think it, can be anytime soon.
So I know the goal that we've set ourselves for the next year is to have more than 1 million users in Nigeria. So we think we have an unbelievably interesting product for Nigerian users. And we're going to do something quite similar in Kenya, Tanzania, and some other regions as well. Uganda, as well as somewhere else, we can offer the currency. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting year. So thanks for being part of it.
Awesome. Thank you.
Amazing. So watch this space, some exciting things coming up. Okay, so as I mentioned, I think Igor has 1 more minute, so we will see. Do we have any more questions?
That was bound to happen at least once.
I was about to say, Max, the power is in your hand when it comes to screen sharing. But guys, like I said, feel free to raise any questions if you do. Any more questions for the team? Okay, so just a little bit of a recap from, Sophia has raised her hand. Sophia, do you have a little question for us?
Okay, good afternoon, everybody from here from Nigeria. You probably know me as Super Spice.
Rosa Parks, I'll slap that bitch as well.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, I said you probably know me as Supreme Spice on Telegram, on Discord. So it's exciting to be able to join this call and listen to everybody. And I love all the updates we've been having. I don't have any question per se, it's just a suggestion I wanted to make. I did it on Discord earlier. I just wanted to ask if it's possible for us to have like a notification or email when we send out funds. I know we get one when we get funds into our Fluid app. So it would be good if we get to see some notifications when we send out funds. So that's just a suggestion I have. And happy birthday to Fluid once again.
Actually, we should have notifications for that case. So if you have a little bit more information of what exactly the send money do you mean? You mean the internal transfer, right?
Exactly that.
Like transfer between the Fluid group. Okay, I think there's no notification because we always portray the internal transfers as instant and free. So if you see the green light in the app, it means that the transfer already happened, and it happens really instantly. So we thought that notification will be a little bit excessive there, but I would recommend you putting it out there in the roadmap .fluid.ch to see if others in the community agree with you, and if really that's what our community feels, we might rethink that.
Okay, perfect. That would be awesome.
You know, that would really give my email folder like a huge spam. Because I really like to send out money to the community. So, and I also have to do it quite a lot. So.
We should let Igor go because it's a rare opportunity for Igor to get out of the office. So we hope that you and your wife and little girl can have a nice time in the park. Thanks for all of your work, Igor.
Thank you so much, Igor, for joining. And Aaron, I can see that you have one more question. I think that can be our final question for the day. Thank you, guys. Aaron, what is your final question for us?
All right. Also, thank you so much for allowing me to speak. I wanted to ask that we can have like a statement, like a Fluid Bank statement, you know, that is downloadable. You can have it as a PDF format. Maybe you can do some reconciliation with the, you know, once a month or maybe once a week. So it will be so much perfect to have it as a PDF, so we can be going through the statements, account statements. So thank you so much.
Yeah, that's a good point. We should have that on our roadmap, actually, Tina. Maybe you can, or Ava, maybe we can add that. We should do that we should keep that roadmap up, and so we can get feedback kind of in real time from people. It's a really good question from Aaron. I know that we're working on it because Jan, our accountant, is working on this integrated system where it's like fiat and crypto. So it's very rare to get where somebody actually shows you, you know, that's the whole point of Fluid, right? We've built into both architectures. It's in the traditional space and it's in the digital crypto space. So we are producing these statements that are really amazing. So you can see integrated everything you do, both with fiat currencies and anything to do with crypto or digital. So I know that's coming. I know the team is working on that. So
awesome, perfect. Thank you so much. Robert.
I can say to you, Aaron, the biggest problem is the number of decimals. I don't know if you want to get into all the details, but it's like, as you know, the standard is 16 decimals in crypto, right? And in traditional currencies, usually it's like 2 decimals, or sometimes they have it like for FX, they have it like four decimals. So yeah, just so you know, like the headache that it creates is because the old system, the old accounting systems cannot handle 18 decimals. So we're rebuilding it ourselves from scratch. So I think it'll be really amazing product once we roll it out. And in one basically account statement, you can see everything. You can see your whole financial life in both digital and fiat currencies. So that is coming. And I know the team is working on the 18 decimal problem. So
Fluid has depicted that impossible is nothing. I know we are going to do unimaginable. So just a thought, and thank you so much for that good answer. God bless.
Oh, Aaron, I knew that would make Robert smile, what you just said. Amazing. Really nice question there. Samuel, do you have one more final question and then we will round it off? Thank you for joining the call. What do you have to ask us today? Is Samuel going to give us a question? Let's wait and see. Samuel, you're still on mute if you are trying to ask something, or if not, you can always type it in the comment box below. Okay, so just for a little recap for you guys on what we've covered today, the main points for you all watching as our community was, first of all, a big thank you. This is not just our celebration for Fluid's first birthday, also you guys as well as users of the app and also holders of the Fluid token. We do have a 1 month of birthday Fluid giveaway, so do make sure to keep an eye out on the all of our social and communication channels. And in particular, we do have a NFT or POAP that will be going out today. We only have 100 that are designed by our graphic team, so do make sure to keep an eye. And I think Samuel is ready to ask his question. Samuel, what have you got for us?
Good afternoon.
Hey, yes, we can hear you. Thank you for joining. Okay. What's the question that you have?
Okay, good afternoon to the Play team and everyone. My name is Sam, and are you with me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, my question is that about the Fluid token itself. I noticed that there has not been much emphasis on the token and like the market value and everything. So I want to know, is there further progress on it, and how you are planning to make the token perform for some?
So we all like to see, we're here to make the world a better place, but there's no reason why the world can't be a better place and Fluid token holders can get very wealthy as the token goes up in value. And the way to do that, of course, is to deliver more features and have more users. So, I personally have been reluctant to pump the token. I think that as we get more recognition, the token price will increase. That's my view. I'm, of course, the biggest holder. My tokens are all locked initially was for 5 years. I guess it's 4 years now. Probably will be forever because I will never sell. We do have plans to move our Fluid token to mainnet and put it on Uniswap. So I think that will attract significantly more attention. The idea is to do that after we've updated our tokenomics article and after Tina and her team have added user tiers and benefits to the token. So, it's a great question. I mean, I'm really humbled that everybody has invested in the company.